Okay. Um, I am going to just kind of jump into it today because I've kind of been stalling for the last like 3 hours. Uh, oh my god. Um, yeah, I totally like fell asleep way earlier than I thought I would, but you know what? That's why we're here, and we're just gonna. Oh, I keep fucking hitting my lock or my microphone. Oh shit. Uh. Anyways, I have like this playlist on that's like 47 hours. That's supposedly it's stream safe. So I'm just gonna take their word at it. I'm gonna hope that nothing goes wrong. Okay. I'm just gonna start the Hey. Alright, Japanese. Oh, I still. Um. You know what I don't like about Quizlet though is like the ads. I've been thinking about like getting Quizlet Premium, but I'm so tired of like having to subscribe to a bunch of like shit. Like a bunch of ass windows. I finally did find out how to make um, a window always on top though, so that's good. Got that fixed. Okay. Um. You know what? Let me actually get my like reading glasses out. I'm not happy with me. All right. All right. Let's just have class Japanese lecture to rewatch just to make sure I get it right. So there might be sessions where I do have to mute. I'm not quite sure yet. Need to like move like stuff on my desk. Oh, I keep like dropping stuff. は、春休みでした。それから、家族、よそのうちに帰りました。そして、いとこ二人、おばさんと、会いました。でも、でも、どうするのうち、あの、I need to talk louder. 女子のうちは、あの、宿題は、えっと、宿題ができませんでした。それか、それから、今日は、たくさん、あの、たくさん、宿題をしましょう。えあ大変な、うん、えー Yeah, I don't think so. Just the volume working. Oh, here we go. But and all. えーと、how do I say like park? What is I forgot what art museum was. Wait. Yeah. No. It's not Colon. I forget. I think it's some vocab. Somewhere. Vocab. No, it was like, 授業と、宿題するが、ちょっと難しいだと思います。うん。ADHD、私は ADHD があるんです。が、練習と、宿題と、授業、 口黒売るがもう大変です。大変です。そして、私は頑張ります。はい。漢字 already 何と言いますか言葉 Is that right? はい。I gotta do some kanji review. 漢字生まれ自分 oneself No, did I lose my eraser already? Oh my god, I swear. Got it, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody's calling me. Okay, that was Nitan and the king and queen Ryuzaki are stepping by just to say hi. So I'm gonna pause the timer actually. I don't think I lost that many minutes now. Can you even adjust the timer? I totally forget. So the background you might hear Nichan like moving about. Okay. Let me. Okay, they're almost here. All right, I will be back. I'm back. But Nichan is back, so you might hear him. I do have like kind of the filter on. I don't know how effective it is, but that's Oh wait, I got these. What is this? It's these chocolate chip milk rolls are so good from Trader Joe's. I also have to make sure I have like one of those lactate tablets before I eat it because otherwise my stomach can be upset at me for days. I don't care though. That's so good, guys. Okay. Oh shit, we're pretty covering kanji in the clash. I might do one. Reminds me, I might do like a kanji study stream. I can actually like draw it out. Because the way I memorize it is actually pretty funny. Shitsumon. Yeah, shitsu is quality. Shitsu. Alright, why are she and Su so similar in katakana? Dude, whoever did that was probably a troll. Okay. So shitsu means quality. And I have these things called like mnemonics. Which is why I like memorizing them for kanji, because you can like turn it into a picture. Okay, enough of the bagel bite things for now. Or this chocolate milk bread thing. It's so good though. Alright, put that away. Okay, so it also has like the radical for Atareshi. And so this one is like, I don't know how to explain it. It does kind of look like a shell. Sometimes the mnemonics don't work for me, and I have to make one that's like even more absurd, and then that actually does stick. Like the one for an injury is like a guy jumping over a hospital fence and getting hurt in the process, but it works. And then it's like cutting this big shell. Sometimes, like the stranger ones, I actually find to be more effective. Oh god, I think I have to open a window. It's like so freaking hot. Ugh. Okay. Oh wait, I never turn back on the timer. Whatever. Oh, fuck. I might have to like look at the G-Show for that. I might be able to share the screen for like G-Show. I have to be like very careful though. Let's see if I can do it on my. Oh wait, that's the wrong. All right, let me like move like the timer then. Kind of like up here. Oh wait, I kind of forget like. Kind of need it like, a bigger screen. I don't have like a proper 2 monitor setup. It's just like my drawing tablet. There. Actually, and then I might make the Pomodoro timer like up here. And then we'll share screen. Okay, why am I so bad at typing like when I first started out? Alright, got it. Okay. Yeah, so G-Show is like the let me put it down. G-Show's like the website I like to use when it comes to like making sure I get the kanji right. Okay. Shitsumon. Let me see if I can like move the window. That's kind of. Oh, that's kind of really big. Fuck. Okay. That's really big too. Crap. We'll leave it. Okay, we'll leave it like this. Okay. Yeah, let's move the substance. Picture quality. So Sitsumo, so it's like a turtle shell being cut by 2 axes. Makes a good quality turtle. And then okay, so the next one. Up. Okay. Okay. up? No. The question. So it looks like key. I hate like the new updates that they do with like the settings on my phone. Hold on. Okay, that's better. The one that silences all the notifications. So it's small. This one is like also malicious question. I kind of like the remon for this one. It's like at a gate, like you must answer these questions 3. No way, I forgot to do like. Since it's like that's the first half is a gate. Come on. It's like a troll, like in those fairy tales. Questions. Okay. Okay, so that's a super. Sotsigo. Oh my god. Wait, did like I hear like an alarm going off? Okay. So the next one is Tsukyo. Oh wait. Right now it's supposed to do the thing. I had to like reacclimate myself with Japanese keyboard because it's different. I'm bad at with the English keyboard. It also means die. What? Okay, it means like the initial one was Silter. Okay, so the stroke order is. Oh wait, it's like 10. Okay. So it's like 10 soldiers. This one is Flopsu. It does remind me I have to do like kanji review as well. Bro, who the fuck like okay. Do I have to close my window again? I think I just have to deal with it being hot. Or you just like turn on a fan. Okay. Let's go. That's just the first one. And then gold. Oh, is it break time already? Okay. Okay, so we take a. I always forget I have like the break on auto start. Let me like fix that. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, you know what I might have to do? I might have to just implement the rule. This is the rule that actually did make it work. Is that every time I get distracted for too long during a Pomodoro session, I have to restart it. That actually motivated me. Alright, let's start break. Okay, I think my laundry is actually done, and these are ones I have to air dry. Let's see. Okay, let me grab that real quick. being a streamer, the one thing I don't like about the YouTube shorts is that actually it's different. You can, I guess, put the dryer, but they're all of them specified line dry. Um, it does help like keep it as nice as long as possible. Oh, hello, Catalado. Wait, Catalado. Am I pronouncing it right? I really hope I am. Hello. We're doing a stay with me stream. You caught me at a break. Sorry if I didn't reply to you like right away. Sometimes my stream manager, meowdy. Hi. Sometimes my stream manager doesn't like show all my chats. It's probably like an OBS problem. Yeah, but we're just about to start the next session. Oh wait, hold on. I have to get like these milk bread things. I see why it's on Kyla's favorite. They're so good. They're dangerous though. Alright, next session. So let's see. So the second part of social school, which is to graduate, is well, the kun is what's that? But ow! Oh, I just bit my lip. Okay. So they'll know me reading the Kyol, which is the second part of social school. Actually, what was the mnemonic for this one? Oh, this one is like, I keep my sheep behind the fence. Because, like, I guess you can make the second part of it look like a sheep. How do you... Okay, I kind of see it. Okay, I kind of see it with the way they, like, illustrate it. Let's see, so... Let me look at a stroke order. So let's see. Oh wait, no, I did it wrong. Hold on. Generally, what I find is that there are, like... It is somewhat like English, where, like, there is, like, a general rule as to the stroke order for kanji. But sometimes it just gets thrown out the window and you have to do something completely opposite. And in that case, you just have to memorize it. It's kind of similar to that in English, in that the rules can, like, absolutely be, like, thrown to the wind. Okay, so that's goal. So let's goal is the two together. So let's goal. This graduation. And I think we only do like 4 kanji a day, so we should be good. Anyways, but how are you, Catalado? I learned Mandarin and the rules are more like suggestive. Yeah, I feel that. Well, actually, not that I'm learning Mandarin, but with English, it's just writing the fastest way. That's what I've heard actually from some of my friends who are fluent in Japanese and grew up in Japan. They said I was like asking them, is there a point like as to which like the writing is so small for a kanji you can't even like recognize it? You just like kind of see its general shape and you figure out what it is by context clues. Because I'm looking at some of this like cursive, and I'm like, it's not even like, I guess, okay, well, because I do kanji is pretty close. Yeah, that's what I found out is that a lot of kanji fits. I think it's like the more basic ones because from what I know, I think it depends on if you're using simplified or traditional. Because the traditional ones I think are, some of them carry over, but then with the simplified, some of it is like different, pretty different. And then there's just also like kanji that was made in Japan after the fact, and they don't have like, they're not like kanji that, or they're not characters that exist in Mandarin. Those ones are confusing too. But yeah, with it when it comes to, that's why I was it gave me an edge in Mahjong when I was playing with my friends because they were like, okay, which one's east, which one's west, and I was like, I already know. Or the numbers too, because the Mahjong tiles, the numbers are just in like Chinese. Yeah, I know 0. I was like, so 0 could be, I think it's it can be two ways. You can say zero as in zero, or they, is it they? Yeah, that was my brother. Yeah. So it's, and then, oh my god, don't even get me started on like the counting aspects. That's probably like the most frustrating part. The most frustrating part for me with Japanese is that the kanji characters don't have one pronunciation; they can have several, which is the kunyomi is the Japanese or origin word, and then onomi is the Chinese pronunciation that was borrowed over. I think even like the word kanji references like either the Han people or the Han Dynasty. Although it would have been Tang Dynasty when they like brought it over in like the 600s. This is my major. That's why I'm like kind of spouting off. Okay, so Sotsugo is, how do you say it? It kind of does look like a sheep. I mean, oh yeah, because it has like it's got like the little ram horns. Okay. But then that bottom one is longer. It's got little horns and a little tail. It's cute. Okay. So Sotsugo. I do have to like review all my other previous kanji. I should probably make like a Quizlet or something like that. Sotsugo. Okay. Yeah, Jugyo. Oh, it's Jugyo. Wait, 質問の to ask a question. 大学を卒業する。is like to graduate. And oh wait, that was the thing too. One trick to learn the letters are hard. Just write No, okay. It's funny that you say that because my sensei is actually very strict with the stroke order. So if we write it too small and sensei can't like discern what it is, then it gets marked wrong, and it's not like the full point is wrong. I think for the final, actually, the full point is wrong if you don't get like the exact stroke order, or if it looks like you didn't write it properly. But you can get like various like you can get like 0.5 or like sometimes like even like just third off if you have like specific parts of the kanji, because it is important. Because I know like where's the one example where it's like one stroke can make it like an entirely different word. Which is like yasumi is like to rest, but it's like what is the one that's like that looks like yasumi? It's like, oh no, karada, which is body, and so it's like it looks like yasumi, but instead of it being like ki, like tree, it's hon, like book. But yeah, that difference like makes it. Let me see if I can like. Yasumi. Yeah, so that's yasumi, and this one is karada. Oh yeah, in earlier classes, teachers definitely put a lot of points. But once you get to higher levels, yeah, that's what I figure. It's kind of like when you're learning how to, like first right when you're a kid is to make sure you get the shape. But yeah, so that's karada is like super similar, but it's like that one stroke. That one, okay. But yeah, so that I have to be very like precise when I'm practicing kanji to make sure I get the stroke orders correct. I use like the little kid books. I have a Daiso in my area, so I buy like the little kanji practice books with like the grids with like the dotted lines, and I feel so cute. Because it has like Mickey Mouse characters on it. Or this one is cute because it has like this baby elephant with like a giant mama elephant. It's like, oh, that's adorable. But I was like, it does like, I gotta find ways to like make this like interesting for my ADHD ass brain. Um. そう10秒そこに行く子供の Oh wait, right, because we're on transitive and intransitive periods. 起こす子供が起きる wait. What was all again? And this was the thing I had to learn is that, especially with Japanese, just because it's so fundamentally different than English, um, even the way they teach conjugation, you kind of have to like. The way it was explained to me and the way I explain it is that there comes a point where you can't think in English anymore. You have to start thinking in Japanese, and it makes it a lot better. And that was hard at first. And it still kind of is hard when I haven't been practicing every day, which is what happened to me over the break, the spring break. Like if I don't practice, then like I don't retain it. But yeah, you can't even like. If I try to think in English what I want to say first and then try to translate it, it actually like stumbles me up more. I have to just like start thinking in Japanese, and that actually kind of gets me farther. Which is why like often when I study Japanese, I can't be listening to any music or anything with like English being spoken, because then it messes up with like my brain. Let's see. So transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. There was a video I saw that was good about like all the different conjugations that you do when you shift along like the alphabet scale of Japanese. So I think a cool is like not imperative. It's not potential either. I think it's like actually I think Jisho has the inflections. Is it causative? Or no. Oh wait, no, I don't think it's on here. Oh, it's still like the razor pickup. Wait. Oh wait, no, it's a u verb. Okay, I had it wrong. Oh wait, did I have the characters mixed up? Okay. No, I think it's the same. Bro. Yeah. This is the problem. Okay. Oh, I have to like be careful with how I speak though, because I think I made the volume like peak a bit. So in this case, Olga would be transitive because you're coming from a destination, or it's like something is happening. Okay, let me make sure I have that right. Yeah. So intransitive would be the kodomo ga. Then no, kodomo o okosu is like if you're raising up, like if like two kids are on like a Ferris wheel, and they're going up, then kodomo o okosu would be like the transitive verb. And then kodomo ga okiru is like because it's like if it's a child like waking up like of their own volition, or I guess if their body is just waking up, then that's intransitive because it's happening like by itself. But if you were to like to wake the kids up, I think that would be kodomo o okiru. I'm not that made me like distinction I can ask my sensei about, because that might be like weird. That might be like more into the nuances of Japanese and how it works. It was interesting though when I was able to start finally like picking up on it. Anyways, I have to like continue the lecture thing. Sorry. Basso, basso, basso が、はい、変わる。はい。ルートを出す。ルートが、Oh, wait. So, like... Ah, crap. Okay, I really have to, like, write down all of, like, the transitive versus intransitive verbs. Because they're different. They're, like, entirely different. No! Okay, this is, like, when I first learned what Sonkeigo is in Japanese, which is, like, very... Because I practice tea ceremony stuff. So when you're speaking to your guests, you use Sonkeigo, but then when you're talking about yourself, you use humble, which doesn't even use, like, desumasu. That's, like, the da and ta, like, endings. Because, like, you don't want to, like, refer to yourself using, like, must, because, like, you're kind of lowering your status. But you want to be, like, respectful to your guests, you use, like, Sonkeigo, so instead of, like, 失礼します, 失礼いたしました. But then, so some verbs just entirely change Keigo. Okay. Well, mine is like 4. Let me look up, like, make sure I have the right definition between transitive and intransitive verbs. Okay, wait, so transitive verbs. Which is funny though, actually, because my sensei said that ChatGPT isn't actually that bad when it comes to helping with grammatical nuances, since a lot of the input actually comes from people who are native speakers of Japanese. But sensei always said to take it with like a grain of salt and make sure to double check if some things are correct. Boy. Hold on, I think I gotta take like an Advil or something. Oh, God. I feel like I prefer English in this aspect on opinion, because when you want to refer to people, I love the simplistic of I. Oh, okay, that's something I've never considered, because I'm English native as my first and my only language I really speak fluently. I can. My Japanese is actually better than my Spanish or Tagalog, which is kind of funny now. Hmm. You don't have to look at someone and presume someone's age is. Yeah, that's even with Spanish. You have the usted, like, formal kind of clause, but it's not. It's nowhere near as important to the grammatical structures as Japanese and a lot of East Asian languages in the U as well. Yeah, that's something that throws a lot of people off who are like, and I think that's why it takes so long for English native speakers to transition to an East Asian languages, because it's like baked into like the language, the different like formals. But that just doesn't really. There's no real equivalent in English. I mean, there are ways you adjust your speech in English where it like sounds more formal. Um, but it doesn't like actually change the grammatical like structure. Um, transitive. So there are two types of the same verbs, often for transitive. The difference between the two is that one verb is an action done by an active agent, while the other is something that occurs without a direct agent. In English, this is something expressed with the same verb, such as the ball dropped versus I dropped the ball, but in Japanese it becomes the ball is up. I forget the verb for to drop. Because it's not. No, why do they always do this? Don't put it in. Put the furigana, please. Like to drop. Otosu. Which is ochiru. Ochiru. Otosu. As I get older, I had to adjust how I refer to myself. Oh, I never thought of that, but yeah, that was something I heard was in Korean specifically, because I think Korean has like even more distinctions between age group and social standing than Japanese. But there was someone was saying like, oh, I was hesitant to refer to myself using like a more like older like version, because I was like, I don't want to be like seen as older. um, and I was like, oh, that's something that like it doesn't really happen in English. It's because it's just like not really a part of the language. But that was something too, because there's only like boku is like apparently you can still use boku with like desmas form, but then you would change it to watashi. It's like sonkeigo. But I think at some point I would actually have to stop using boku because it's more like young male. I think I would you'd switch to like ode, which is like more traditionally masculine. It's like I forget. I think there's like there's so many different like personal pronouns in Japanese too. That was a funny thing I had learned. It's just I in English. Anyways, back to my lecture. So, if bodo ga uchita versus bodo ga otoshita, sometimes the verb changes when translated to English, such as I put it in the box versus to enter the box, but this is only from the differences in the language. If you think in Japanese, the intransitive and transitive verbs have the same meaning, except that one indicates that someone had a direct hand in the action, but the other does not. Okay, so I think I have it. And then the particles are going to be really important to how. So, let me see. Examples. Yeah, so usually if it's a transitive verb, it's usually going to be paired up with ol, because there is like some sort of direct object. It's so embarrassing when you accidentally talk to someone who's younger than you. Like they're older and they're playing so they quit. Oh, that's happened to me because my voice is higher and I'm like 5'5" max on a good day. There have been several times where I've been talking with somebody and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm like, this age." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Wait, I'm older than you. This happens with even in like the VTuber community too, because it's more dependent on your voice and your model looking. Because my model definitely, or I guess PNG at this point, I'm still working on my model, but it definitely like more reflects how I see myself. But when I was drawing my siblings as for PNGs, actually, I like in my mind, I still made them taller than me, even though I'm actually the tallest in my family by a long shot at 5'5". But it was funny that their character designs were taller than me because it's kind of like how I see them still in my head. So let's see. So pay attention to the particles. Yeah, so the particles are gonna be like important when it comes to like discerning what is transitive and intransitive. Okay, let me write this down actually. Okay, so transitive is like one thing too. I got at my college bookstore has like the Japanese stationery, and I like tried it out one semester and I haven't looked back since. They're so much nicer. They're so much nicer than any like stationery I previously got. Like it's the campus brand, so it's like it's so good. It writes so well. I can't. This is like it's way more expensive over here, definitely because it's imported. But I'm like I don't care. Like I can't go back. I can't go back to like the shitty ones. Oh, okay, so transit. Has direct. So transitive has a direct. Has one person. Someone has like a direct effect on the object. Oh, did I already hit break? Oh shit. Okay. How long have I been? We're already an hour in. Oh my god. That's weird, man. It's always like starting is always the hardest part for me. Um. That's like. How do I say this? It's like kind of like when you're building momentum. I actually okay because one of my hyperfixations is steam locomotives from the 1850s to like the 90s. So I I just know way too much about it. But actually, that's not a bad thing if I go into like railroading. But it takes like I think roughly depending on the size of the locomotive, it takes like 4 hours to like get it actually ready to be able to move because of just how long it takes to heat up like the water and everything like that and to pressurize it. That's kind of like what it is with ADHD. It took me like a good 3 hours to just like kind of set everything up, and then I press like stream, and then now I'm actually like kind of going already. So we're gonna see how long I last tonight. Last time I did a study with me stream, I think I hit like 11 hours straight. Although it wasn't the VOD like crashed at one point, but also I took a like serious like amount of breaks in between. Like one was like a dinner break too. For me, it's armors. Oh yeah, okay. Can you name like what is the most obscure hyperfixation? Um, I think mine was lighting technology pre-industrial revolution and light bulbs. So like basically candles, torches, using mirrors for reflecting light, even painting the walls a certain color. It's so but actually, you know what? It came in handy during a power outage because they have these big ass taper candles and they give out like really good light. So I was like, who's laughing now? Like when the power was out for like a good 48 hours and we were all like walking around the house by candlelight at the just like a castle. Um, that was amazing. But that's like the most obscure one that I have is lighting technology like in like pre-industrial world. Um, and it was actually funny because my dad, he grew up visiting like ranches and stuff like that of my relatives, so he had to use like kerosene lamps. So he was actually very surprised and got kind of delighted to know that I had like an interest in. I guess it was nostalgic for him. Um, before uh, I think there are still some places in like the rural U.S. that don't have like a lot of good infrastructure, so you still do kind of have to rely on old style like kerosene lamps or um that would have to be like in the very like like rural spots though. But yeah, like no, armor is cool too. The Middle Ages, both in Europe and in Asia, have been also like hyperfixations to the point where now that's actually my major is East Asian studies, with a focus in Japanese art around the Heian period, which is like the very start of the Middle Ages. If you were to compare it to Europe, most people think of the High Middle Ages though, which is like the 1300s to like. Actually, some people say it's more like 1100s to like the 1400s. So that would be like, that would actually, that's not one of my areas that I'm interested in, but a lot of people are actually interested in that specific time period in Japanese history, because that's like the Warring States period in Japan. It was kind of like a free for all. And that part of Japanese history is crazy. Let's see, because I want to say like by the 1100s that was like the Genpei War, and then after that everything kind of just like breaks into pieces. If you've watched the Bill Wirtz video, like History of Japan, it kind of gives like a nice oversimplification. But yeah, I'm just happy I was able to turn my hyperfixation into like my actual like college studies. Alright, next session. What I might do during, because the long break is after session 4, I might insert like episodes of anime. Let me see. Okay, so transitive, so it's done by an, I guess it's not necessarily a person, it's done by an active agent. I'm not gonna use that word. But what this says to me is that usually transitive verbs have a direct object then, and then intransitive verbs don't. Or it's like, usually it's the thing happening of like without a direct agent. Or actually, I think it can also just be something that occurs. Bro, it's so funny because when I had to actually brush up on my English grammar because we started bringing up words like object, like subject, or well, that part's not too hard. But then we started getting into like syntax, and then the passive versus causative versus imperative versus passive causative, and I was like, I don't even know what that means in English, and that's like my only language I'm fluent in. I gotta let me brush up on what that means first before I like start learning what it means in a different language, man. Especially one that's different from English, as Japanese. Okay, so something that happens without the direct, like agent. Alright, and then back to my lecture. Okay, so 新しい文法は、expressing chronological order. So now の前に、そうなんですけど、クラスの前に、あと朝ごはんを食べました。but if I wanted to say like, if I were to eat lunch after class の is it 後クラスの後で、後に、後で sounds more natural. Yeah, it is day. Oh, wait, that's exciting. I'm at a point where, like, I can tell if something sounds natural or not. I'm so happy. Wait, that's cool. My grammar has 90% shaky at best. I learned through using it most of the time, so I just say... Yeah, I think that's actually one of, like, the more useful ways, is by media immersion. That was the thing that actually I liked about watching VTubers in Japanese, as well as um, some animes. It really I had to actually look at what animes were better for immersion that use like more daily grammar, or even just listening to like J dramas, or like the Seiyu radio shows. Um, you can actually you get a sense of how it's spoken. Um, Actually, one of my favorite ways of doing this was going over the song lyrics of like some of my favorite songs that I didn't even know what they were saying. I just liked how it sounded, from my childhood, and then like having a re-listen, but then actually paying attention to the lyrics and the grammatical structures, and I'm like, wait, I kind of get it. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Or one of my other favorite ways is people who cover English pop songs in Japanese. Shane Oroka is like one example, but there's also I forget her name, but she did "Good Luck Babe" by Chappell Rowan, but she covered it in Japanese in a city pop style. And that was a fun way for me to like learn how the grammatical structures work in Japanese, as well as how she translated it. But actually, my favorite way of learning this was okay, so Disneyland. I used to speak English with an American accent. I think that's because a lot. Actually, it was interesting is that I think like the American Hollywood accent is considered to be like plain English just because that's like the media that circulated the world the most. It's interesting that you say that. Um, what do you speak with it now though? I'm kind of curious. Uh, because that was something too. Because my mom grew up in like different parts of the English speaking like world, so her accent actually has like a bit of like um it has a bit of kind of resonance from that, depending on where she was. Um, and stays with her today because most of your accent develops apparently when you're like in childhood. At least according to like the neuroscience of it or something like that. Um, but yeah. One of my so I love the Disneyland ride, the Haunted Mansion, right? That's probably the oldest and most lasting hyperfixation throughout my whole life. And they have a Nightmare Before Christmas version of the ride in the holidays. Um, I was about 9 years old when I found out like Tokyo Disneyland has a version of the Nightmare Before Christmas and the original Haunted Mansion, and they're both all narrated in Japanese with Japanese like voice actors, except for a few parts that are left in English. So I've listened to those like soundtracks since I was like 9, over a decade now. I can like memorize them. Um, and it was really when I was like re-listening to the Night Before Christmas version, um, I was actually able to like pick up on about half of it now, and that's been a very fun way for me to like because to progress and gauge how much I was learning. Uh, so writing like colors and saying aluminum though. Oh yeah, because they know like the spelling. How is aluminum pronounced in British English? It's like is it alumina? No, like colors is like with a U. Um yeah, so that was a very fun way for me to gauge how much Japanese I progressed learning because I have yet to actually find somebody who's translated the entirety of like the Japanese script back into English, but I know like what they're saying in English because I've memorized like the original Nightmare Before Christmas version of the ride for as long as I can remember, and driven my siblings insane by playing it so many times. So I know the context of the story based off the music cues. Aluminium. Oh, right. So I know what's happening in the story based off the music cues because it's synced up, but nobody's ever actually translated the actual script down. Like or I haven't actually seen a transcript written in Japanese from what I've searched. So it's been a very fun way for me to like discover how like the dialogue in the ride is being like translated into Japanese as I continue to learn. It's that was probably like the funnest way I found like how to learn Japanese. Okay, I got way off track. We're gotta go back. Okay, so So it's if a noun no mae ni, it would be like if I'm saying something happened before this noun. So in this case, it would be jugo. Jugo no mae ni, 朝ごはんの食べました. If I were to say, if it takes place after the noun, then then it would be 後で. So then it would be 授業の後で昼ご飯を食べます. Or I guess you can still have that be in past form. クラスの後で昼ご飯を食べました. So then use the plain past form in the subordinate clause indicates that the event in the subordinate clause was completed before the event in the main clause. Okay. This is actually how it was like described to me, is that Japanese as a language works as if it's like Lego blocks being attached to each other, and you modify different endings of the sentence so you can attach it to like what you need to. That's actually helped a lot. God, got cramps. It's because I was actually exercising for the first time in forever, like yesterday. Because I was practicing like some of the weapon moves for Raiden Shogun for a cosplay I'm doing, but I forgot how sore I was gonna be the next day. It's kind of amazing though, because I was like, I felt the sun on my skin. And I was like, whoa, I don't feel like crap. I think I was like actually pretty severely vitamin D deficient for a bit. Because I was just like locked inside, just like studying and everything like that. And also because some of the acne medicine I'm on makes my face still very sensitive to the sun, so I do still have to be careful. Especially where I live, where the UV index is like extreme past April. Let me see. Okay, so if let's say if you were to have like a double. So wait, so farewell party. So it would be Solven Seven Solven Sky. Right. Da. So the plain past form would be the subordinate clause. So it's like, okay, so I got off at work. That's the subordinate clause, and then your main verb is I am late. This is also the thing too when I'm talking about like you can't really. Okay, so whatever. This is what I found to be the case. Is that whatever your main verb that you're trying to get across, that's the verb that's always last. Let me see. The way I was explained to it is that Japanese as a language works by it's called like zooming in. So if you have like the basic topic, and then you zoom in then into like your subject, and then you zoom in like the more specific a detail usually comes a bit later, or like the main point of your sentence like usually is the last verb. Well, it's not always like that, but in English it's kind of the opposite, in which you say something and then you expand outwards, like giving the details. That was actually a very like interesting way I've heard Japanese as a language, and because it is the same way when you express the order of something, you usually start with country, then like your region, and usually it's like a prefecture, and then it's like city within the prefecture, etc., etc. バイトが終わった後で、また少し遅くなったけど、えーと、 いつも、いつそす、いつ掃除、いつ掃除するの、いつ掃除するの、学校から帰った後でするよ。That's funny. It's like mom to kid. Like when you're gonna clean your room. This is a problem I've had. I always switch a little bit too much between formal and informal phrase of tone. Okay, but let's continue. Nyugakshimashita. Mine wa nyugakshimashita. Okay. Oh, but then it's not mine. So without the noun, it's time ago. So nannen mae ni. Was it non-kai? I forget the verb. Okay. Counter. Japanese counter for months. It's like there's a difference between kai and gatsu. Mentions current count month. Context is everything. This makes it clear whether you're counting months or simply naming a specific calendar month. This is a funny sentence. もう、ひと月もお風呂に入ってない。wait, is it 二つには、答え、answer 答えを示す。Alright, I think I have that right. But then which one is kai then? So that gets... this is the older version of counting for almost everything. Gatsu is like the actual calendar month. Wait, what is... Oh wait, kai isn't months. Kai is like instances of something happening. Right. Okay. This is why I need to review my shit. Sorry. uh, 1ヶ月前。1ヶ月前に。Wait, what's 1ヶ月前に? Why is this? Okay, well actually there's a lot of instances in English where it's like this too. But it's common to see it written as the katakana ke, or the smaller version ke. But when you see this, it's still written as ka, not ke. It's... Why? Why do you do this to me? Okay, so it's a... Ikaketsu. This is the version actually I've heard more. It said ski. I usually hear like the... where it's 1ヶ月、2ヶ月、3ヶ月、4ヶ月、5ヶ月、6ヶ月、7ヶ月、8ヶ月、or 8ヶ月、9ヶ月、10ヶ月、11ヶ月、12ヶ月、100 is 100ヶ月、1000ヶ月、あと、1万ヶ月 is 10,000. I don't even know when you would use like 10,000, but then the question word how many months is non-kagetsu. Let me see how the pronunciation. Non-kagetsu. Alright, I think I got it. Back to... Okay, I need to finish the lecture video. 友達が来た時。Okay, so then you can also use toki. Gemego suru toki, gemego tsutta toki. Tsuchi ga suru toki. Oh my god, I just saw a tweet. Wait, no, wait, I can't get distracted now. Ugh, okay. Recheck in 2 minutes. Alright. 掃除をするとき、それからしたとき、お掃除。 I'm gonna go grab lunch now. Okay, see you, Catalado. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with me, though. Get some delicious food for me, cause I did not go grocery shopping, so I just have like leftovers. But that's fake. And then the time adverb. Okay, I need to review adverbial clauses too. Function as the aspect markers. Oh. Okay, break time! Wait, let me take my turn. Let me take that to wait. Oh my god. No way, I saw one of my mutuals who makes like spicy art. I was like, ooh, I got distracted for a second. I was like, no. Because I was like, anyways. Oh my god. Bro, it makes me wanna like, I gotta practice my anatomy though. Like every time I try to make something sexy, like the anatomy like is jank and it totally ruins it. Well, I guess for me, but oh my god. Okay, let me see that, okay, so if we go back to the transitive and transitive. Yeah, so let me see. I may have to just like make a whole ass Quizlet. And let me see if I actually did anything. I think I did. Humboldt. Well, that was my friends. I might make just like a new folder. I'll just turn off the course thing. I'll just do like kanji review. That might just be like. Oh wait, I made a folder, not an actual set. Damn it. Okay, go back. Okay. How do I actually like make one? Eh. Oh, it's just the actual. Okay, it's the plus sign. Yeah. All right. This is just like, there's no specific order to like the kanji I'm gonna write either. It's just more so like what I know. Although I do have to do like my vocab stuff too, so I might like switch back and forth. See, I'm still on break though. I didn't realize there was speaking in the sound though for the Spotify like track. Okay, time to go back. So I'll save the quiz for later, but let me just finish this extra video because I still got like 30 minutes to go.そう、毎日、寝る前に、宿題、宿題がしてるんです。The time adverbial clause would be like, so that would be like the plain form. Okay, wait. So when you're using a time adverbial clause, it's always like, it kind of makes more sense to me now, though. I think if I overthink it, that's when like I actually mess up. Does anyone else do that? I always do that on my tests too, and that's so annoying. I have to be just like, there's gotta be a point where I'm just like, I just gotta trust my gut that this sounds right, and like, hopefully it is. I need like, I gotta get feedback on my test though. Alright, let's see. So present full. It's usually that would be present because it's before. So that'd be after. It's not this. Okay. 物に行く前に、えっと、we got it. Wait. There's like a difference between yote and yoryaku. This is like reservation for the hotel. Okay. And then Tomaru is like to stay at. Oh, I really got to do vocab review. Oh my god. Okay. But I may actually have to switch the subject from Japanese back into like my essay writing, because then my brain kind of gets bored after like 2 hours, and I gotta switch it again. It's the problem with like whenever I get behind. All right, let me just finish up this lecture then. So by then when it's supreme present. Okay, affirmative. So Yoko ni nani ga suru? So it'd be. Oh shit! Wait. No, wait. What did I click on? So if I was to say like, 横に何をするの横に行く前に、切符が買います。わかります。買いました。そして、買った前で、新幹線 踊る or is it all 踊る no 熟成の踊る熟成の踊る or is it 熟成の踊ります guess I could say 東京から京都前までで行きます I think that would be like a better way to phrase it. Oh wait, shoot. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Okay. No, wait, is it an error? Are you kidding me? I may have to change the way I'm watching my lecture. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, wait. We got it. Okay, never mind. We're good. Let me see what the recipe. Is there any more like the recipe info? And then it'll be uploaded. It's like the gist of what we did today, though. I do have to I have to finish like the Japanese essay too. Okay. Where's my got it. That. Okay, this one. When you use mole. Okay. The difference between mole and made, I really have to review as well. I should probably write that in specificities. I need to get like better sticky notes too. Actually, the ones I have are cute, but they are kind of losing their effectiveness. Do sticky notes get old? I guess, well, yeah, they all get old, but do they expire? Does their like glue stickiness get less effective? We'll save that topic for another day. Okay. then with the plain past, it's like, okay, so plain past form then is when, like, after something is completed, but it's not like the main point of your sentence. I don't know how to describe it. I think I'm finally, like, getting it now, though. So, 友達が図書館で書いたoh wait, no, wait, where's the example? That's gone. Never mind. The sled. Now we're moving on. Okay. 友達が書いた語で、そっちがします。Okay, that might make sense. But that. Okay. I think that is the end of my lecture. But let me use the last like 5 minutes to see like what I can do next, or even if I might actually end streaming here. Since, I did not eat dinner yet, and it's nearly midnight where I am. I also need to stand up and just stretch my legs. Let me see. Also, my brother needs to sleep too. Nitan needs to sleep, and I do not blame him. So I can't exactly do talking. Mitch first. Okay, yeah, so I still have quite a bit to do, but because it is, Newton has to go to bed soon, and I don't want to disturb him. So we'll end it. We'll end it here. But that was good. Oh my god, like 2 hour stream. These are definitely. I don't know how, like the frequency of it. Let me turn off the window capture. Okay, and bigger, and turn off the window. Yeah, so I don't know how, I don't really know how long these might be, because sometimes I can literally go for, like, you know, a whole ass day. That's what I did with, like, one of my last streams. It was, like, 11 hours, although that was hard, after I recovered, I was, like, I need, like, strength, so let me see, can I raid somebody? Who do I know that's, like, on? Those packets live. Do I dare raid Iron Mouse? I don't even know if, like, she has it, like, raidable. I just feel very intimidated, even though I probably shouldn't. Like, we might raid. Okay, we might raid someone new then. Let me see. Oh, I can raid Iron Mouse. Should I do it? Okay, why not? Why not? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't allow me to raid. Okay, that's what I thought. Otherwise, so many people would be raiding Iron Mouse. How do I do like the? How do I do the? Cloud. This is just like the first channel I see. You know what? We'll raid. Alright. Okay, that's it for tonight. I may stream another study thing tomorrow. お疲れ様でした。